Hey guys, I'm Rich and welcome to Rich with Cars. If you're new to the channel, make sure to like and subscribe. And this channel I talk about mostly car related content, everything from new vehicles, reviews, and car events. And I do focus a little bit more on the Lexus products. So in this week's video, I'm gonna go over the Lexus USA release of the 2024 LC500. About a month ago, if you guys took a look, I actually did a discussion on the Lexus Europe's release of the 2024 LC500 and LC500H and convertible. I wasn't expecting much in terms of changes. In fact, it's actually almost identical to what Lexus USA is releasing for the 2024 model of the LC500 and 500H and convertible. I'm gonna go in and discuss it, and we'll go take a look at what's new for the 2024 LC model. So strap in, let's take a look. So let's dive right into it. The release was actually unveiled on May 17th of 2023, so just a little bit less than a week ago. And as expected, like they did for Lexus Europe, all the updates are exactly the same with the exception of the LC500 Ultimate Edition, which I would believe that could be a potential inspiration series for 2024. Now, of course, they retained the bespoke build. So I'm not sure by having bespoke build in place if they're gonna allow or if they're gonna also release an inspiration series, because you guys will see over here at the bottom, 2024 LC500 model lineup, including for the first time, the LC500 convertible offers a customizable bespoke build option. Now, like I said before, the Lexus Europe version does have an Ultimate Edition. I'm not sure if Lexus Europe does have a bespoke build program, but let's just get started. Over here in bold-faced, they have the main changes that they made for 2024, which ultimately the biggest change is that Lexus interface and the standard 12.3-inch touchscreen, which is introduced for all models. It doesn't matter which trim you take, that 12.3-inch touchscreen is going to be available for any trim of the LC500. And basically what that is, like I mentioned in the Lexus Europe release about a month ago, is now they removed the trackpad and they do have the touchscreen, which is moved a little bit forward to allow the driver or the user to be able to reach it. This is basically what it is. You have this new screen over here, which is basically tacked on. It's not within the confines of the trim or of the dash. And of course, if you look here a little bit at the bottom, there's no more trackpad over here. They have a few new buttons, and based on what I had remembered seeing from the Lexus Europe version is the fact that one of the buttons is a camera button, the other button is a seating climate button, which I believe would probably take you directly to the seat climate screen, which would allow you to actually adjust the seat climate controls from there. But now the other major thing as well is the fact that you do have, I believe it's a 360-degree camera, which definitely helps on the LC being so low. Continuing from there, we have optional colors now available are Ultrasonic Blue Mica 2.0 and Copper Crest. If we go back to 2023 version, we'll see that the available colors are the Ultra White, Atomic Silver, Cloudburst Gray, Caviar, Infrared, Flare Yellow, Nightfall Mica, Cadmium Orange, and Nori Green Pearl. Nightfall Mica and Cadmium Orange have been removed from the lineup of colors, exterior colors that you can choose from. Those have now been replaced by Ultrasonic Mica Blue, which is over here, and Copper Crest. Copper Crest basically replaced Cadmium Orange. I prefer the Copper Crest way more than the Cadmium Orange. I don't think Cadmium Orange was very popular. The other thing I wanted to mention as well are the new wheel design options that you have. You have the standard 21-inch wheels that now have actually changed colors. They actually did a flip on the color scheme. So now instead of actually having brushed aluminum as the main color and then having black accents, they reversed that now with having gloss black as the main color and then having brushed aluminum as the accents, which kind of looks pretty cool, to be honest. And then on the other wheel option is also a 21-inch forged wheel that has laser cut multi-spoke design. So you have basically a mix of black with a laser cut brushed aluminum finish, very similar to the 2022 Inspiration Series wheel look that was only available to the 22 Inspiration Series. So these wheels are very similar to that design as well. Very curious to know what you guys think about the change of wheels, especially with the rose petal look that came on the previous LC generation or LC model years, but now switched over the colors. And then we have the standard Lexus Safety System Plus 2.5. And of course, starts at $98,850, which, if my memory serves me well, that basically represents an increase of about $4,000 on the base price. On the 2023 spec sheet, the Lexus LC500 base price was $94,600. On the 2024, the base price is $98,850. That represents a $4,250 price increase on the base price. It's basically the same thing as we saw in Lexus Europe's release on their 2024 LC500, except for on the 2024 they also mentioned the Lexus LC500 Ultimate Edition. Now, if you guys want to take a look at that, you can click on the upper right-hand corner where I talk about the Ultimate Edition over there and the Lexus 2024 LC500 Europe's release. And I go a little bit more into detail and show you guys a little bit of pictures of the Ultimate Edition as well. In terms of design, there's no changes on the design. In terms of craftsmanship, same thing, but now, of course, they've talked about the integration of a 12.3-inch high-definition touchscreen display, which replaces the 10-inch one from before, which was integrated into the dash. Customizing the experience, which I mentioned just before, that's basically the bespoke build. Performance hasn't changed. Nothing has changed under the hood. It's the same 5-liter naturally aspirated V8 that produces an output of 471 horsepower and 398 pounds per foot of torque, so no changes there. Even with the hybrid power, it's the same 3.5-liter V6 gas engine that uses the Direct 4S fuel injection for optimum efficiency. And then, of course, we talk about the Lexus interface and connected services, which is part of that 12.3-inch touchscreen display. They decided to actually integrate the new Lexus interface, which is now into some of the other models like the Lexus LX, Lexus NX, and it's going to be basically rolled out throughout all their new released models. Or even if they're facelifted, now they're going to start doing that alongside all their models as well. And then, of course, one massive thing which talks about is the safety and convenience, which now is upgraded to Lexus Safety System Plus 2.5, which includes a pre-collision system with pedestrian detection, risk avoidance emergency steer assist, left turn oncoming vehicle detection and braking. I think that's new. That wasn't there before. The all-speed dynamic radar cruise control was there before, but I believe now they probably, and I would not be surprised if they've improved the lane tracing assist and the lane departure alert with steering assist. A few weeks ago, and I'll put a link up to the right as well, I did a review on Lexus LC500's lane keep assist system, which ultimately you guys can see my opinion on that in the video. I would not be surprised that they've improved on that system, given the fact that it's got the upgraded Lexus Safety System Plus 2.5 now. So aside from that, you also have the road sign assist, which basically displays certain road signs on your infotainment screen, which include things like speed limit signs, stop signs, do not enter signs, and yield signs. They've increased the actual base price now to $98,850. I remember the days when in 2008 and some of the years afterwards, the base price was actually at $92,500. So we've seen some price increases on this, and of course inflation has to do with it as well. Now the build is actually available on Lexus.com if you guys want to play around with that. I've seen plenty of people talking about whether or not they should wait for the 2024 model year. It really depends on whether or not you want to have more tech into the car, if the touchscreen, the way that they tacked it onto the dash, makes a difference to you, or if you preferred more of that integrated look. If it was me, for example, and I did not own an LC500, then I'd probably go for the 2024 LC just because of all the cumulative improvements they've done. Lexus always strives to do small but continuous improvements to perfect the vehicle and to keep it as reliable as possible. So getting a 2024, if you're paying just a few extra $1,000 as opposed to a 2023 or a 2022, I would probably do that myself. But all these changes wouldn't actually push me to get rid of my 2018 that I've modified and go for 2024. Like I said before, I think I'd probably wait for either a completely redesigned version, which I don't think is going to happen, or just wait for that LFR, which is the successor, presumably, to the LFA. So that's basically it, guys. I hope you really enjoyed the overview of the LC500 2024 model year. And as always, stay tuned for more videos to come. Once again, thanks a lot for subscribing and for your support. And if you have any comments, make sure to put them below. And I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, guys. Thanks. Take care.